need to talk about this story. A South African girl who visited Nigeria on the 17th of December 2024 was said to have died mysteriously 5 days later under a very unusual circumstance. Although we are hearing she may have died from malaria, many people believe she may have been used for money rituals.
Hello, my people. December has come and gone. Many people lost their lives. Many lost their marriages. Many lost their relationships. But is it worth it at the end of the day? You see, before you embark on this journey of DETTY December, you have to weigh the cons and the pros. Is it worth it? Is it going to tear me apart? Am I going to come back the same? You see, she traveled not knowing that that's going to be the end of her. It's still unclear what led to her death, whether it's malaria or she was used for ritual. Let's even assume it was malaria. Had she stayed back where she was, all these things wouldn't have happened. If she was used for ritual, then it wouldn't have still happened, to have been avoided. Yes, it's good to travel to celebrate with loved ones and families, friends, and well wishers. But before you embark on that journey, you have to weigh it. You have to look at it very well. The people you're going to meet are the people you know very well. Is it very important? Must you go? Because at the end of the day, it is the prize that matters. And it's unfortunate now that she paid the supreme price with her life. And if someone have told her this maybe a few weeks ago, she wouldn't have accepted. But the D is in the details. Let me allow you to watch this video. And don't forget to subscribe.
We need to talk about this story. A South African girl who visited Nigeria on the 17th of December 2024 was said to have died mysteriously 5 days later under a very unusual circumstance. Although we are hearing she may have died from malaria, many people believe she may have been used for money rituals. The young lady, who goes by the name of Primrose Felicita Day, left Cape Town on the 17th of December to visit a friend in Nigeria. Now, the friend that she came to see in Nigeria is where we are having issues with this story. Her people did not exactly know what she had come to do or who she had come to see. She is an adult, so obviously her life, her business. However, after she passed, her family got the news of her death. They began trying to make arrangements for her body to come home. At the same time, they had questions, but they did not know who to ask until she was linked to a not so popular Nigerian artist named Snazzy Nyanga Emmanuel. I've never heard of him, but from what we could gather, he shuffles between South Africa and Nigeria. At a point, he is believed to have lived in South Africa, and he was the one posting videos of himself and the late Primrose, which caught a lot of people's attention because now it's clear whom she may have seen in Lagos, whom she may have come to see in Lagos, and he becomes the obvious choice to answer the question as to what happened to her. Now, it was said he first shared a video of himself with Primrose having dinner at a restaurant in Lagos. He shared this video on the 30th and captioned it, "Many people that love me unconditionally don't die finish," which was clear he was referring to her. But according to him, this video was made on the 18th of December, the day after she arrived in Lagos, which in my opinion, it's clear and believable that she had come to see him. Now, people started reaching out to him more often when they realized that there were more videos of the two of them together on his page. So at this point, it is clear that Emmanuel knew who Primrose was, and it was obvious to a lot of us that she had come to visit him. And so many people began calling him out, asking him questions as to what happened to this girl. How does a healthy girl leave her hometown in South Africa to Nigeria only to die of malaria 5 days later? And Emmanuel responded, explaining himself. According to his own point of view, he had known Primrose for 5 years, from way back to when he was in South Africa, and that her first time of visiting Nigeria was in April of 2024, earlier that same year, and that it was possible at the time she had come to visit him. However, he claims that this her second visit in December was not for him, indicating that Primrose has many Nigerian friends, many male Nigerian friends, and that one of them may have been the one who sponsored her coming over for the holidays. And about his dinner with her on the 18th, he said that it was just casual, that they just hung out at a restaurant. You know, one of those visits where she's like, "Hey, what's up, Emmanuel? I'm in Lagos now. Can we chill? Can we hang out?" And they agreed to meet at the restaurant, pretty much insinuating that after this dinner date, she went back to whomever she was staying with, and he went back to his house. And according to him still, during this dinner date, she told him that she wasn't feeling fine, that she wasn't feeling well. And he was like, okay, maybe it's because of the flight. She had just arrived the day before. So he responded with, it could have been the flight and the time difference, or one of those jet lag situation. However, the next day after this supposed dinner date, things got worse for Primrose because she was then hospitalized. Emmanuel said that on the 19th, Primrose sent him this video of her in the hospital. And I guess this was when things became clear that her sickness was pretty serious. She was on drip and she was admitted in the hospital. According to him, he already had plans to travel to his hometown for the Christmas holiday, but promised to call her once he's there and settled. And so on the 21st of December, he said he kept trying her phone number, but it wasn't going through. However, on the 22nd, somebody called him. He claimed it was a friend of Rose that called him to tell him that Primrose was dead and that she died of malaria. It's not clear how he took it, but he may have taken this news as that of someone who had lost a friend, because that was when he made that post talking about all the people that love me unconditionally are dead. And he went on to say she was a very humble girl, a very nice person, and that since he's an artist, she was a fan of his. But the problem is, many people don't believe him. He's making it look as though he knows nothing, because even the friend that called him to tell him about her death, he still hasn't given the name of that person. People still don't know who she actually went to meet. If at all, it wasn't him. In his comment section, a lot of people are expressing that he had used that for money rituals. But Emmanuel is pretty much unbothered because he's actually responding to this comment saying that he has nothing to hide, that his hands are clean, that he knows nothing about her death other than the fact that she actually did complain to him that she was sick. The thing now is he still hasn't said who the girl came to see. People believe that if he was not the one she came to visit, then he definitely know whom she had come to visit.